Oh, waking up in the morning. Hello again, Pietro here. So let's talk about sleep, shall we? How did you sleep last night? Why didn't you sleep well? And what does your device tell you about sleep? This is night 257, 250. I'll look it up and show you. Here we go. Ready? We'll start with the Apple Watch. So in the morning when you wake up with Apple, you get this little display, good morning, and it shows the time, the date, battery life, and weather, and then you can click dismiss. And the Apple Watch does track sleep, but this is the app that I recommend. This is Auto Sleep, and basically it just automatically tracks your sleep. It does have extra things that you can do that require some clicks, but otherwise you just wear it to bed every night and it shows you all your stats. So here's my sleep last night, has my sleep bank score, all that fun stuff. There's deep sleep, heart rate, very important, quality of sleep, and then my readiness score when I wake up, and my overall rating. So 89 says my actual sleep was 5 hours and 33 minutes. Average heart rate, and then the big summary, and then I was awake for an hour and a half apparently. Well, how can we verify that? Well, I'm glad you asked. You just wear multiple devices, and then they can verify each other. So this is the Fitbit. So this is also waking up with Fitbit. Fitbit doesn't do like a wake up screen or anything. It'll just tell me the time, but as I cycle up, it will show me my sleep. And then it has my sleep score of 80, which is pretty good actually. And then SpO2, which the Apple Watch also tracks. But wait, that's not enough. We also have the Halo Band. Now the Halo Band does not have a display. The new one will, and I'll be ordering that really soon. The Amazon Halo View. This is just the Amazon Halo Band. Measures heart rate, body temperature, sleep, steps, workouts. Kind of has a point system. I really like the little band. The band's quite comfortable. It's similar to the loop band that you get with the Apple Watches, like this one. This is the Italian country band. So if you're used to an Apple Watch, the reason I have my charger out there is because as soon as you wake up, you realize, ooh, gosh. So how long does this battery last? If you go to settings, quickly scroll on down to battery. 31% last charged yesterday at 10:42. I like to put mine into airplane mode when I charge it because I think it charges a little faster and it also gives it a break, or rather plug it on. There's that cool sound. And then if you tilt it, you get a nice little night display stand. Kind of works better if it's this way. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. That's just beautiful. And then you just click right there. 30% and going. The Fitbit, the battery life has been really good. I've been documenting that. That will be in another video. But it's nice. It's really comfortable to sleep with. So is the Apple Watch, I must say. Probably the most comfortable, I would have to say either the new Fitbit, the Charge 5, or the Halo. Halo even more so because when you're wearing it, those lights are really hidden and they don't wake you up. You know, if you accidentally bump this one, you know, it does have a dimmer light at night. You can see it's, you know, it's not that bright in here in my studio, but at night it can be a little bright and I could see that irritating your partner or whomever else is sleeping in your bed. So let's take a look at those stats. So this is what the Fitbit app looks like, and then as soon as you open it, it's going to synchronize. I've already synchronized it. When you're filming videos, you want to make sure that you don't get notifications, and I don't know how other people do it. Anyway, when I'm doing reviews, I don't want my personal notifications popping up and distracting because I have to edit them out, because you never know who's going to send you a text message or you get this proprietary alert about some stock option. I mean, I like you all, but you don't need to know what stocks I'm buying or who I'm getting text messages from. So that's why I have it in airplane mode, but I already synchronized it. The other cool thing is you can just force to synchronize, and I just did a screenshot this morning when I woke up. So that was the battery life. And then you scroll down and there's the sleep score. Previous night, I got a 74. And then last night, I got a score of 80. Okay. So it has time of sleep, time awake, hour and 2 minutes. And if you're paying attention, that was pretty much the same time Apple said. I'll have a summary at the end as well, and we'll compare everything. So we have REM sleep. Nice. There's all the stages. Deep and REM sleep is 25% of the score. Well, that's good to know. You can't control deep or REM sleep, but you can adopt habits during the day that help you in the sweet spot for both stages. And then it has, why it matters and tips. So Fitbit is trying to get into the sleep coaching aspect, which I really admire. That's the next stage. Stage 1 of sleep analysis, or rather, we'll just call it sleep tracking. That's like the general thing. So stage 1 is sleep tracking. And you can do this with pencil and paper. Right before you go to bed, you put down, lights off, 9 o'clock, 9:30, wherever. And then when you wake up, you write down when you woke up, and then you could keep a journal and say, oh yeah, this is when I'm waking up, this is how I slept, I think but you're not going to know if you had deep sleep or not. No Paramount Kid, Gatorade is not a sponsor. You'll at least know how much you're sleeping. So that's stage 1, sleep tracking. And that's what we got with early trackers. My first tracker, this is the Fitbit One that I started with back in 2013. And it's broken. It doesn't work anymore. It is 7 years old. This one, right before you go to bed, you'd click on the button and you'd start a workout, and then Fitbit knew, oh, okay, he or she, they are starting a workout sometime in the night. Okay, they're sleeping, and then based off movement, they knew it was sleep, and then they'd log it, and basically it would tell you how long you slept and some movement facts, and then gradually, Fitbit got more and more detailed. So again, stage 1, sleep tracking, very basic. Step 2, sleep analysis. And that's what pretty much any watch is doing this day. If your wearable isn't doing at least sleep analysis and telling you the stages, return it. It's not worth your time. A kind of stage 3 would be sleep analysis with heart rate. Okay, now we're going somewhere because your resting heart rate is vital. You want to know your resting heart rate. If you don't know that, well, that's a really important statistic, because your resting heart rate can indicate whether or not you're getting sick. It can be indicative of low blood pressure, high blood pressure. There's so many things. Back in the day, Jawbone, that was one of their main focuses, was your resting heart rate. And if you worked out more, then your resting heart rate would decrease, and that would be a health indicator. Now we have that one. And then stage 4, they brought in more sleep analysis, and now they're getting into REM, and now they threw in SpO2 tracking, awesome, even respiration. So stage 4, which in my opinion really began last year, that was pretty cool, and probably some watches were doing it even as early as 2019. Well, over the last year, we've gotten into stage 5, which is all that sleep analysis. You have your heart rate, you have your deep sleep, you have REM, you have your wake time, you have your latency, how long it took you to go to bed, and the list goes on. It's really detailed. Well, now they're doing sleep coaching, so I call this stage 5 of the whole sleep track, the sleep story. And with sleep coaching, your watch and the app, so it's a combination of the hardware and the software in the app or the website they send you to. Now they're telling you, okay, this is how you slept, this is what you can do to get better sleep in the future. And they even have apps that will tell you, okay, we estimate that you should go to bed at this time. And that's what the Auto Sleep app does. Amazon doesn't do that. Fitbit kind of does that. They'll remind you of your bedtime that you set, but not based upon anything else. So if you sleep 3 hours one night, 4 hours the next night, 8 hours the next night, then 9, then 10, you're just all over the place, Fitbit isn't taking that data yet and saying, okay, we recommend that you do this to get back on track. Whereas Auto Sleep kind of does that. they're using the sleep bank, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Garmin is getting there. They're on stage 4. They're in a solid stage 4. They haven't really got into the sleep coaching. They're kind of getting there, and imagine they will soon. And then the other thing, I would say this is part of stage 5. In addition to sleep coaching, a lot of watches also detect your naps. Fitbit has been doing that for quite a while, so has Samsung, and a few others. I believe Withings does it, and depending on the Fossil watch you have, that will also track your naps. That's of vital importance because that's part of life. That's one of the best things about being a grown-up or a child or whatever age you are. Taking a nap is just, you just lay back and crash for 5 minutes. I'll be honest, since I've been working from home the last year and a half, instead of going out to lunch with coworkers, I'll go take a 30-40 minute power nap. Sometimes I'll just lean back here in my chair and close my eyes and kind of meditate for a few minutes. And I swear sometimes I fall asleep for maybe 30 seconds. And for me, that's just a quick reset in my brain, which I really like. Let me show you the details of auto sleep and Fitbit and Oura Ring, which is right. I don't want to flip you off. There we go. That one right there. Oura Ring also does some really good analysis. And I'll show you Garmin. And Garmin is in my right sock right there. The Garmin Fenix. So let's dive in. So this is going to be a longer, detailed video. I haven't decided if I'm going to do shortcuts. If there are shortcuts, they're down below. Let's look into stage 5 and see which watches give you sleep coaching. So this is waking up with the Garmin device. This is what you'd call a beefy, robust, true smartwatch with a really big 51mm bezel. So when you first wake up, I might, have it in airplane mode or whatnot. This one calculates your sleep without the watch. So I tell it that I sleep from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. or 2100 to 0900. So that's why it's still in this phase. But when I wake up early, I can just click here, end sleep, yes, no. Click yes, boom, score of 85. Quality good. Long and continuous sleep. So this is still very much stage 3 and stage 4. We have awake, light, REM, and deep. And that has the time to bed, the time awake. Deep sleep, hour and 21. That's really good for me. We have our light sleep, and then REM, and then awake time, 9 minutes, and that score. So if we click info, this is kind of their stage 5 that they're getting into. Your restful day helped set you up for a good night's sleep last night. So it's saying whatever I did on Tuesday helped me get that really good sleep last night for today, which is now Wednesday. So Wednesday's sleep, and if I can see, there's my day, and that's for another video. Anyway, there you go. That's the kind of sleep analysis you're going to get, and you'll get more on the device, in the app herself. And since we're on that topic, I'll show you. My apologies for the audio earlier. I got motivated to do this video, and I just quickly started it, and I forgot to mic up. My bad. So one thing I like about Garmin is you open up the app, it quickly synchronizes and pushes all your data. So there's the sleep score that we can view. So we have the sleep duration, and then if I click on that, it has a kind of a deep dive and tips for a good night's sleep. So really good coaching and analysis there. And then we have the stress, which is really good to know. And then we have deep sleep. And then we also have a lot of notifications. Okay, so this is why you put your watch into airplane mode. There we go. So there's the REM, and then again, more info right there, and then it says optimal range. So it wants me to get closer to 2 hours of REM sleep, which I would agree with. I would love to get that. And then awake time, 0 over 5 minutes. Okay. Your goal is to have no awake time while sleeping. Experiencing more than one awake session of longer than 5 minutes or more, or than 15 minutes awake time will negatively affect your sleep score. And then restfulness, it talks about that as well, to have less interruptions. And then they have the notes section. which is really good. So I could type in here that I slept with multiple gadgets and whatnot, and then that documents it. And then if I click on the graph, the sleep, then you have the stages and the overview. And here's my respiration chart. If you have Pulse OX enabled, again, very much part of stage 4. And then there's just the respiration chart. And then even more so, you can click right here and go to 7-day, and you can see for the whole week. So I missed a couple nights. I was doing some testing with GPS and yeah. Anyway, but if you scroll down, you can quickly see where you've slept. So Sunday, I took trazodone and slept really well, except for I didn't get deep sleep. That was kind of weird. And then if you go to sleep score, you can also go to 7-day, and you can see highest score, lowest score, average score, really cool. You can go to 4-week, and you can even go to 1 year. So over the whole year, my lowest average score is a 59, whereas my highest is 76 apparently. Or sorry, that's my highest average score. So that's pretty cool. Very nice that they have the detailed reporting. That long and continuous sleep, there's the kind of coaching. And if you click on the link, it'll take you to the National Sleep Foundation and give you even more analysis and coaching. Garmin doesn't yet tell you when you should go to bed, and they don't have the sleep bank feature. Let me show you that now from Apple.